Okay, today in my kitchen, we're making lasagna. I love lasagna. I love to make lasagna. We started by browning, yes, 4 pounds of ground beef, or chuck. We browned it up real good. We chopped up 1/4 of a huge onion this big, 1/4 of it. We got it brown, and we'll look at it here. 4 pounds of it. We got our water starting to boil. It'll be a while. So, we will be back. Alright. We have our lasagna noodles cooking over there. 1 pound. Bring your water to a boil. Put your noodles in there. It's going to cool it back down. When it comes back to a boil, cook it about 10 minutes, roughly. 10, 12. You know, you don't want to overcook them because they just become limp noodles. Anyways, we have 4 pounds of cheese, 4 pounds of meat. We have basically 1 pound of Colby, 1 pound of Monterey Jack. We have 1 pound of mozzarella and 1 pound of sharp cheddar. Alright, and this is what that all looks like. Man, that's good stuff. We have, let's see, 1.5 pounds of cottage cheese and some Parmesan that we'll put in there later. All on my noodles is overflowing. Alright, of course Parmesan goes in later. I have 4 pounds of ragu, tomato, garlic, and onion. Hey, whatever you like, you know, whatever kind you like, use that. Prego ragu is my 2 favorite. Most of the time, this is what I get. I don't know why, I just do. I have a backup jar in the cabinet in case I don't have enough. So we'll be back when it's time to build this lasagna. Alright, we're back. We have our sauce in here. And I've determined that this is probably about right and figured out that 16 ounces of sauce for every pound of meat. So 1 pound meat, 1 pound of sauce. Turned out pretty good. I don't like a lot of sauce, but hey, if you like a little more saucy, add some to it. Alright, now, have our cheese over here. I'm not sure you can see it. We have our cottage cheese, our noodles, and our sauce. And Parmesan. First thing we do, we put down a layer of meat. Now, see these 2 pans? That's what's going to fill these up. So I'm going to set this big one out of the way, give me some more space. That big one will be Sunday dinner come Sunday when Jake and his buddy Connor come up. And there's one more ingredient, a cup of coffee. Not to put in here, but to put in my belly. Alright, we're going to put a layer of meat. Oh, probably a 1/2 inch thick, maybe. Pretty good bit, down here in the bottom especially. I actually need a bigger spoon, don't I? I need a dipper type spoon. I'll do that on the next layer. So we got basically a 1/2 inch or so of meat on the bottom. Well, let's put the cottage cheese in first. I like cottage cheese in mine. It makes it a little more special. I don't know why, it's just very good in there. And I just stir it into the meat actually. Should just put it right directly in the sauce so it would get more even, I guess. Alright, level that back out a little bit. Now, noodles. Let these boogers cool down a little bit. Because if you take them right out of the boiling water, oh man, they stuck really bad. If you take them right out of the boiling water, You can't handle these things. If anybody knows a secret on how to keep them from sticking.
Put them in cold water.
Ah, Janet just hollered in. Put them in cold water, she said. Because they're really sticky. But we'll just tuck it down in there. I forgot a layer of cheese on the bottom, so start right there. And basically that's what you do. I'll get me a big dipping ladle here and speed this up a little bit. Yeah, a couple big old scoops of this. There's not much noodle because I don't like noodle. Janet gets tickled at me, but that's alright. She still loves me. Alright, and of course, cottage cheese spread around a little bit here. It's usually about 3 levels of noodles, 3 levels of meat and sauce and cheese, which I forgot the one level. So that's going to bite the big one. We'll add a little extra cheese on this level because we forgot it on the bottom. Alright, now on the second level, let's add a little Parmesan in there. And so on and so forth, and you just keep filling it up. I'll cut the camera off to keep this from being too long because it takes a while to build these things. Be back in a little bit, guys. Okay, here we go. The little pan is done. I made it first. It's 4 layers deep. It's overflowing just a little bit, but that's alright. Put a cookie sheet in the oven to let the boil over drip into that instead of your oven. You don't have to clean that. That's what the tin foil is for. I hate to clean up a lasagna pan. It is bad. So anyways, this little one is ready to go. And another little secret, clean up as you go, because this is all that's left to clean up except the dishes from dinner. As I waited on things to get done, I washed my dishes. Kitchen's clean. The oven is preheating, which it's ready to go. And all we got to do is pop this in this little pan, 375, until the cheese is good and melted. You know how you get that caramelized cheese on like pizza and stuff around the edges? That's what you want this cheese here to do, is caramelize. When it gets that glazed kind of cheese, it's ready. Time to eat. In the beginning, I put my salt and pepper in with the ground beef. Quite a bit of it, because that's the only time I added salt and pepper. So, I don't know, let's say a tablespoon of each. And I think that's it. We're going to cook it on 375 for, yeah, let's say 20 to 30 minutes. And this cheese will caramelize. Don't that look good? Be back when it's done, people. Okay, our little pan for tonight's dinner is in the oven. This pan will be baked on Sunday afternoon. Janet will pop it in the oven while I'm at work, and Jake and Connor will be in for a real treat. Now, we used all our sauce, all our meat, all our cottage cheese, all our noodles. We have that much cheese left. But the good thing about this is we'll put it in a freezer bag, and Janet can use it in her wonderful baked spaghetti. Or we can slip it in some chili or whatever, but you know, if it's going to be soon, we'll not freeze it. If it's going to be a while, we'll freeze it. So there it is, the big pan. The little pan is in the oven. It's almost done, and by the time it's done, I'll have these dishes and the big pot over in the kitchen, or over in the kitchen sink, clean. The kitchen will be clean, dinner will be served, and we're going to enjoy it. If you have any questions, hit me up on Facebook, and maybe I can answer them. Later, guys. Thanks for watching Cooking with Rick. Fun with food. Okay, we are back. It is done. My plate full over here fell apart. That's alright. Janet's plate turned out a little bit better. Let's get a little close up. Now, over here is the pan itself. Now, see, I made it kind of crusty out of the cheese. It wasn't getting crusty enough for me, so I kicked it on broil and turned it to a nice crust. That's really cool to eat, really cool to chew up. We have my strawberry wine made of milk and strawberry quick, and Janet has her ice water. We are ready to dine. Have fun and enjoy your next meal. Thanks for watching. Fun with food, cooking with Rick.